Welcome to the Perham Show. We are here at the Perham Food Shelf, and my guest is John Likeness. And John has been the director here of the Food Shelf since February.
February 1st, yes.
February 1st. Welcome, John.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you on the Perham Show, and great to have you as director of the Food Shelf. And I know that this is a time of year when a time in our economy when people are really taking advantage of these services.
Yes, they are. It's very rewarding. First of all, thank you for coming and
yes,
letting us share our story here. Our traffic has increased about 27% over last year at this same point in time.
Wow.
So the need is definitely there, and the community that we have here in Perham is exceptional for providing support.
And the word is getting out so that people know that they can.
Yeah, that's one of the important messages we like to, because what we concern ourselves with too is how many people are not coming and they can't. So
why don't you talk about that? What are the qualifications? I know that, I mean, here we are right at the entryway, and when people come to the food shelf, they'll just come in and you'll start visiting with them.
Yes, generally they come in to the door here. We're open on Tuesdays from 8:30 to 11:30 each week. Clients can come once a month, and when they come in the door, they take a number, and they're seated, and then I interview them. The only criteria really that we ask for is that they live in the Perham Dent School District.
Okay.
And they have their ID with them and proof of residency. And from that point on, they can shop and receive the food that they need.
So they don't necessarily need a referral?
No, they don't.
Okay.
The board has decided that if someone comes in the door, we're going to provide them food.
That is just amazing.
And we do make exceptions, of course, outside of Perham Dent as well.
Oh.
We do have clients that have come in from Frazee and Burgess and the other areas. So we basically don't turn anybody away in most cases. So.
Well, okay, so they come in, they filled out any paperwork and had their little visit with you, and then let's say that I'm a family of 3. Can we take a little shopping trip?
You bet, that would be
great.
Okay,
let's do that.
One thing I did want to point out is we are a little different than some of the other food shelves where you can be handed a basket depending on the size of your family. What the previous director, Vicki Kleiner, decided to implement was client choice. So if I can show you an example here. All right, so as a first example here, we have all of our volunteers that show up each Tuesday, of which we have about 20 that, and some number of them will show up each Tuesday. Once I'm done interviewing, I'll call for a volunteer or a shopper, if you will. Come up, they'll get a cart, and you talked about the example of being a family of 3.
Okay.
Well, in this category, which is baking goods,
okay,
a family of 3 can have a choice of any 3 items. So sugar, flour, cooking oil.
The cooking oil, okay.
We will also have like cake mixes and that kind of thing, that kind of is coming in.
Okay.
So once you make your selection, you put it in your cart.
And so you've got 3 there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll go around to the next category.
Okay.
So as an example here, where we have...
Still pushing my cart.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
I should have had you bring it along.
No, that's okay.
Anyway, so this is cereal. Same concept. In this case, you could also have a selection of 3.
3 cereals.
3 cereals. Okay. Because you're a family of 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a family of 1, you would select 1.
Sure.
If you're a family of 7 or so, you'd select 5.
Wow.
And then you go down to pancake mix, pancake syrup. In this case, there's 2 items.
Okay.
And peanut butter, there's 1, etc.
Great protein. Great protein.
Great protein.
And then I see you have paper goods here.
We do carry some non-food items, if you will. We thought that was important.
Well, it is important.
Yes,
for
it is.
Quality of life and people. It's expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
The thing that we will accommodate that we try to focus our spend, if you will, on food as much as possible. But again, we'll do other paper products as we can.
Sure. Now on this side, we're looking at canned goods, I see. And
all right, so I'll let you make a selection here. So you're a client. How many items do you get?
I get 3 because I'm a family of 3, right?
No, in this case you'd get 5.
Oh, okay.
So it varies depending on the product as well.
Okay, good to know. So we've got pasta and
Rice, pasta, rice, and in this category it's tomato products, spaghetti sauce, diced tomatoes, ketchup, etc.
and then you got ketchup and
then boxed dinners on the other end. So these are all different food categories that you can select on, and you happen to be a blue color. That's how we code them.
oh, good. I wasn't sure which number I was looking at
sorry.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then around the corner here, let's go quickly before we run out of time on our first half of the show. We've got
and here's snack goods.
Okay.
And these are all donated, of course. And then fruits and
then
soups and
oh
canned
yeah, I mean
goods,
it's like
vegetables.
going to the supermarket.
Yes.
What a great service
Yeah.
to the community and to the
And I think as the point I may have made earlier is we like to do this because we don't know what the client likes or doesn't like.
Yep.
So
I know sometimes you do get a box
yes.
of food. You're a family of 2 or 3,
yes.
and here's a box of food for you. This is great.
And that's very efficient, though. If you get to very high volumes, you may have to go that direction.
Sure.
So,
and then we've made our selections, and then we're going to go and weigh.
yeah, well, the last
am I
choice
ahead?
are
Okay.
frozen meats, which we have a walk-in frozen locker, and it provides hamburger, chicken,
Really?
sausage, etc. And we also have a cooler, so we'll provide cheese, milk, and whatever other variety that we can, that we can provide. So like eggs, margarine, cheese, milk, etc.
Well, and that's nice to stretch all of these things out throughout the month. So now we have everything, and we're going to weigh that so that you
Yes.
can report.
So now we have the board allowed me to buy a roll-on scale, so you would have your cart, you'd roll it up, we'd read the weight, subtract the weight for the cart, and then we register. I have a volunteer sitting here that writes that in, and then we load it into our database. So
What a great way.
we have a very accurate count on what we are shipping or what clients can take out. So,
Well, let's take a break, John, and we'll talk about maybe some fresh produce and
okay,
things
sure.
that people can get. So stick with us. We're at the food shelf. Welcome back. I'm with John Likeness at the Perham Food Shelf, and we stepped outdoors because we saw a lot of the prepackaged and the frozen meats and indoors. But you have you're going to have the opportunity for fresh produce. We see apple trees growing. That's going to be a
Yes.
few years. But what about the fresh produce and potatoes now?
Well, there is a community service that they've contacted us a few weeks ago that they will deliver fresh produce from the gardens to the food shelf on Tuesday mornings, and then the volunteers will take and bag those up in different sizes, depending on the family size that comes through. In addition to that, when the potatoes ripen now or mature, we will get 800 to 900 pounds of potatoes delivered, and then once again, we put them in the cooler and then provide them in bags, for clients.
And people can, again, based on family side. Now, you said once a month, and I converted that into, you're only doing this once a month, but you're actually doing this every Tuesday morning.
Yes, we are.
Where you're doing food distributions for people.
Yes, we are open every Tuesday morning, 8:30 to 11:30. We get about 20 to 25 families a week on an average, and again, that's an increase of around 27% over last year.
Okay.
Families can come once a month.
Okay, once a month. Well, give us a phone number, John, so
Okay.
people can, if they have more questions, they
If
can
you do need to
contact
call us, it'd be 218-346-6181, and we're located at 501 4th Avenue Northwest in Perham.
And big blue signs that say food shelf with arrows,
That's right.
so follow those blue signs.
And if you ever want to send anything or donate anything, that would be to this address or to Post Office Box 7.
Very good. John Likeness, thank you so much for the work that you do
Thank
and
you.
for coming to the Perham Show to be on and talk about this mission here in Perham. And thank you for tuning in.